Welcome to Rambam in Depth. Today we'll be discussing the Rambam, Hilchos Ma'aser Sheni, Perik Sheni, Halacha Aleph. Ma'aser Sheni nechel le'ba'olav lefnim b'chemes Yerushalayim. Ma'aser Sheni is eaten by its owner within the walls of Jerusalem. Shenamar v'yachaltu lefnei Hashem Elokecha b'makom sheyivcha l'shaken shmei sham. You will eat it before God in the place that God has chosen to make His name dwell there. The Rambam continues, "Enoig b'fnei habayis v'sholei b'fnei habayis." It applies in the presence of the Beis Hamikdash, when the Beis Hamikdash stood, and even when it did not stand. Al b'einen nechel b'Yerushalayim ela b'fnei habayis, but it can only be eaten in Yerushalayim only in the times of the Beis Hamikdash. Shenemar, as it says, "Ma'aseh degoncha tireischa v'yitzarecha v'cheres b'karcha b'tzeinecha." The Torah compares Ma'aser Sheni to Bechor, the firstborn animal. And what does that tell us? Mepia Shmuel Lamdu, Ma Bechor ein nechel ela b'fnei habayis, af Ma'aser Sheni le'yochel ela b'fnei habayis. That you can't eat it just like a Bechor. You can only eat it in the times of the Beis Hamikdash. The same thing is true with Ma'aser Sheni. So the question is asked, the Rambam's opinion in Hilchos Beis Bechira is that the Kedusha of the Beis Hamikdash and of Yerushalayim is an eternal Kedusha. Kedusha Rishayna Kitcha L'Shaita L'Asidlav. When King Solomon sanctified the Beis Hamikdash, it was sanctified for that time and for all eternity. And therefore the Rambam's opinion in Hilchos Beis Bechira is very clearly that a person who's Tamei Meis, who has come in contact with the dead, who is precluded from entering the Beis Hamikdash, and if he does enter, the penalty is kares. That applies even today. Now the Ravid takes issue with the Rambam, and he argues, according to the Gemara, that it says that if in the times of the Beis Hamikdash, when there's no Beis Hamikdash, a main Mikdash, Yirakev, if anyone designated Ma'aser Sheni, the produce has to be allowed to deteriorate. You can't eat it there. Well, that shows that the Kedusha is not there. So the Magen Avram in Hilchos Tisha B'Av, Siman Tov Kuf Samach Aleph, brings the Ravid's question, and he says that the Rambam agrees with Tosfos in Makis Daf Yutes, that even the one who says Kitchel Asad Lavai, but a Bechor and a Meiser cannot be eaten. The Magen Avram doesn't explain what the Tosfos is saying, but from the Tosfos it seems that yes, it's true. The Kedusha of the Beis Hamikdash is still there, even now. No change in regard to the Kedusha of the Beis Hamikdash and of Yerushalayim. And therefore the Ma'aser Sheni takes hold, and it is holy, but you can't eat it because the Torah compares Ma'aser Sheni to Bechor. And by Bechor there's a din that the Mizbeach has to be there. That means that, yes, the Beis Hamikdash could stand, but if there's no Mizbeach, you can't eat the Bechor. And therefore, since the Torah compares Ma'aser Sheni to Bechor, we know that even though the Kedusha is there, but in order to eat it, the prerequisite is that there must be a Mizbeach. And since there's no Mizbeach, Bisman Hazeh, therefore you cannot eat Ma'aser Sheni. So theoretically, if someone would build a Mizbeach, and the Mizbeach would conform to all of the requirements of the Mizbeach that the Rambam enumerates in Hilchos Beis Bechira, in the second chapter, the dimensions of it and everything else about it that are mandatory, if someone would build such a Mizbeach, if it would be possible, yes, we would be able to eat the Ma'aser Sheni, because you have both conditions there. You have the Beis Hamikdash, the Kedusha of which is still there, regardless of the fact that it's not physically existing. There's no bias. But also you have the Mizbeach, there would be no problem. And that answers the criticism of the Ravid.